also welcome to SFX0, brought for production, and next about the Sakura Succubus 5. So, let's jump into where I left off last time, when this princess apparently just called Hifumi mistress. Stephanie kneels before Hifumi, then cries, "Would you do me the great honor of letting me study under you as your apprentice? I fear I will never improve if I practice on my own. With your guidance, however, there may yet be hope for me. Please, I'm begging you, let me be your pupil." My pupil? If I examine Stephanie, her expression one of bemusement. I've never before taken on any students, not when it comes to Karuta at least. I am purely self-taught, you see, and I fear I mightn't be the best teacher. Nonsense. I'm sure there can be no better teacher in all of Japan. No, in all of the world. The manner in which you play Karuta truly is incredible, as is the way you conduct yourself. You are a lovely Japanese beauty, and despite your immense talent, you are not at all boastful. You are sweet, humble, and gracious. In other words, you could be no better teacher, not when it comes to the glorious game of Karuta. Mistress, please, I might be unseemly for a princess such as I to beg, but I shall do so regardless. That is how high I hold you in my esteem. Well, I never... Hifumi shakes her head. I did not imagine you would proposition me so dear, Stephanie, but if you will go to such great lengths, I shall consider it. First, however, would you rise from the tatami? I feel somewhat awkward having you prostrate yourself before me. And me hence. You have no need to grovel at my feet. I am no goddess. You are like a goddess to me, though a goddess of Karuta. Still, I must apologize if my hasteness has made you uncomfortable. I am not accustomed to talking to people. Getting shyly, Stephanie rearranged herself so she's kneeling once again. So what do you think? Would you be willing to come to Astoria so you might teach me? I know this is a fearful opposition upon your time and upon your patience, so I will not demand too much of you. 2 weeks would suffice. Would you be opposed to the idea? 2 weeks is, in and of itself, quite a long time. But my schedule as of late has been rather light. I do not have any pressing obligations upon my time right now. In light of your enthusiasm, I will be more than happy to train you. Yes, thank you so much, mistress. You're the best. But, if my eyes harden, I do have one condition. A condition? Indeed. Hifumi nods, then says, "If I am to stay with you in Astoria for 2 weeks, I must ask that you allow my beloved partner to escort me." You have a partner, mistress? Indeed, I do. I've kept this a secret for several months, not wishing to embroil him in the public scandal, but I care for him, so I fear I cannot keep this knowledge to myself a moment longer. I'm in a long-lasting, loving relationship with a kind man a few years younger than I, a man called... Uh-oh, I have a bad feeling about this. I know where this is going, even before the fatal word leaves Hifumi's lips. Osagawa Hiroki. Yep, I called it. And she's even throwing my family name for good measure, so there can be no confusion. Thanks, Hifumi. Thanks a lot. I care for Hiroki intensely, yet my work as an actress often means we cannot spend much time with one another. I was hoping to take advantage of my light schedule and spend more time with him, but I will not be able to do this if I'm to go to Astoria. This can all be reciprocated, however, if you will extend your invitation to my beloved. If he is allowed to accompany me upon this trip, then I shall have no reservations. I adore my darling, you see, and I want only to be with him. Hyoki is my life and my love, and without him I am nothing. Well, this is gonna end badly eventually. Oh my gosh, did you guys just hear that? Well, they seem to all have gotten new clothes, which is fun because seeing the same clothes yet again and again does get boring after a while. Ayu stares at the TV screen, her eyes wide with shock. Her hands are clenched at the front and her teeth are gritted. Am I taking crazy pills? Somebody please tell me this isn't a delusion. Oh wait, maybe you should tell me it's a delusion. Say I contracted some mysterious disease. I'd rather be addled in the brain than accept this. What? Oh, Katsu, who looks a little perturbed by Ayu's antics, but only a little, I think. At this point, she must be used to Ayu's outbursts. Shifts closer to our resident idol, then rests her hands on her head. Don't worry, Ayu. Ifumi never said that Hiroki was her beloved. She never said she wanted to go on a vacation to Astoria with him either. You're insane. Your brain is broken. Next, you start scratching your neck and you hear a creepy voice in your head repeatedly saying, "I'm sorry." Then you get a baseball bat and... Alright, that's enough from you. What? Ayu grabs hold of Cosmo's head and roughly pushes her away. I know you're trying to console me in your own weird way, but it's not really working. I have eyes and ears which are fully functional, thank you very much, and I know I'm not crazy. If Rumira did just come out of the position, my cameraman live on air, no less. Does she have any shame? I don't know if she propositioned me exactly. It's not like she said anything inappropriate. I have anything to drink? One drop is enough. I'm trying to smooth things over before Ayu temper can come to a boil, but I think I might be too late for that. Ayu turns, almost slapping Cosmo in the face with one of her pigtails, and affixes me with a deadly glare that would put the Medusa herself to shame. Well, you would think that. It's well and good for you sitting here being adored by a woman all across the country, but please think about how I feel. It's not nice, you know, having my cameraman being wowed by this Wicked Hussy live on TV. I think Wicked Hussy is going a bit far. This isn't like the Taoshi era. You've got to be more accepting, are you? Why would I when Hifumi dresses like she's from that time period? If she's going to conduct herself like a lady, she's ought to act like one. There's a bit of a gap between her appearance and her actions, true, but I think there's a part of Hifumi's appeal. She looks like a flower, but she stings like a bee. Men go crazy for that kind of thing. Okay, the hat doesn't fit with Marina's appeal. That's one thing that I'm sure of. That is indeed true, though Hifumi acts demure and elegant, she gives no quarter, not when she desires something. She is experienced in the art of love. But I suppose that ought to be expected. She was supposed to be the queen of the Succubus realm before her abdication. For all her demure charm, she really quite fiery. Oh please. I rolls her eyes. Don't spout all that BS like I'm not fully aware of it. I know Ifumi can be trusted. She's the worst. Harumping, Ayu collapses back on the couch. She grabs hold of one of her cushions and holds it to her chest, squeezing it hard, as though she means to rupture it. This pisses me off. I don't get why the rest of you aren't getting more worked up. Ifumi basically confessed to Hiroka on TV. Now everybody knows how she feels. Literally everybody. If by literally everybody you mean all the people in Japan who's watching this Karuta match. Hesa smiles abashed while scratching her cheek with her index finger. But judging by the fact that this is Karuta and all, can't be too many people. It's not super popular. I doubt all that many people would heard her confession. Well, it will get technically on every news channel and every newspaper and probably every media, online media, pretty fast. So yeah, everyone. That precise figure doesn't matter. It's the principle of the thing. Isn't this way too blatant? She's obviously trying to get one of us that snake. Ayu stabs her finger at the TV screen while quivering in her self-righteous rage. She looks so pissed off about this series of events, even her pigtail seems to be twitching. I hope she's not about to blow a gasket, whatever a gasket is. What house are we even in? Unless we have got a new apartment, we are in someone's house, and I really want to figure out whose. Marina's living room is very expensive looking. Okay, we got it really in the next sentence, whose living room we are in. Marina's living room is very expensive looking, and scraping up bits of distraught overwrought. Are you from the plush carpet? Sounds like a nightmare. We're supposed to be sisters, if not throughout blood, then throughout our bonds. As fellow Succubus and members of Hiroki's harem, we can't skulk about behind one another's back. This is seriously low. I will never forgive Ifumi for this, not ever. So you say. Hazel grins, but aren't you still calling her by a cute nickname? Ugh. I pulls her face and crosses her arms. Well, that should be expected. I'm cute. So of course I talk cutely, even when I'm angry. I'm as adorable as a gosh darn button. I'm so sweet, in fact, I sometimes scare myself. Sure. Hazel snickers. I get being upset by this, I'm surprised myself, but don't you think you're being a little hypocritical? What? How? You and Hiroki went off alone together when we were staying at your house in the summer. I don't know what you were doing. Kosu smiles, but I can guess I'm not stupid. Oh yeah? I'm still scowling. What do you think about Hiroki and me anyway? You wanna be cat girl? You have hairballs for brains. I don't think you could reason your way out of a paper bag. It's true, I'm not very smart. I must say, Cosmo is taking these slights against her IQ remarkably well. I guess this must be something else she's used to. But I am a succubus. I know what the men and women get up to when they're on their own. You like Hiroki a lot, are you? So I'm sure you had a lot of fun together. What? No, I don't like Hiroki. Not that much, at least. But you like him a bit? Well, I think you must like him just a little bit. Otherwise you wouldn't be so upset right now. That's what my detective intuition is telling me, at least. My, what a clever little detective you are. Marina titters. You would put a certain distinguished gentleman from 221B Baker Street to shame. I have no idea what that means. Is that Sherlock Holmes home when he was alive. If he ever was alive, might actually just be fictional, everything. But I don't know. I don't too into those detective movies, so prefer to be my own detective. Much more fun. Well, huh? Cosmos knows Winkles. I don't know anything about Baker Street. I live in Roppongi. So much for Cosmos being smart, I guess. Does she really not get that reference? I don't get it, so... Well, given Eraser Brain is a favorite movie, I guess she only knows about the niche weird forms of media. Really, though. Harry turns her attention back to the TV and her eyes narrowed. This is beyond the pale. How dare Hifumi announce her feelings like that? She might as well have proposed. I never made my relationship with Hiroki public. What gives her the right to go blabbing about it? Well, it's not like there's anything stopping you from talking about it. You could fess up if you really wanna, but... Hazel grins. You're an idol, are you? And while I don't know much about your industry, I do know your fans wouldn't be happy if they knew you were freaking out over some guy other than them. That tank your career quicker than you can say you're sunk by battleship. Idols aren't allowed to fall in love, but actors like Ifumi have no such stipulations written in their contracts. Yeah, only time an idol actually is allowed to fall in love and actually be in a committed relationship is actually only if they're secret or if their career actually ends, which it usually does eventually. I mean, I don't think... I know idols usually are 18 or under actually, but I don't think I ever heard about any idol that's 30 or over. I don't think any idol actually has ever been older than 24. But I suppose it's depends on your stature. I mean, I know there is many girls in the world that looks young until they're well in their 30s. So, I suppose so. And come to think of it, neither do I. I would surely court a few curious stares if I were to be seen wandering through the streets with my darling Hiroki, but it wouldn't spell the end of my career. Being a self-made woman is truly wonderful. I don't need to cater to the expectation of hundreds upon thousands of fans. Oh, same sis. I'm allowed to date whoever I want to. Grr. Ayu grits her teeth together. She looks so pissed off. I'm afraid she might explode. Ayu. Cosmo looks at Ayu and her brow furrowed. Are you alright? No, I'm not alright. I've never been less alright in my life. I feel like I'm in this close to going completely postal. Oh dear. Cosmo sighs. It looks like this has upset you. But please, don't worry. I'm here. You can talk to me. You aren't the only one who has to hide your feelings for Hiroki. I'm not? No. Cosmo shakes her head. I can't tell any of my fans about him either. We're in the same situation, so I understand how you must feel. Keeping my love secret is painful. But that makes the time I can spend with Hiroki even more precious. Just don't lose sight of your love for Hiroki. Love will always save the day. Oh, shut up. Ayu looks away, her face on fire. It's not like I love Hiroki or anything. Really. I couldn't care less what he does or where he goes or who he goes out with. I just didn't expect Hifumi to talk about him is all, much less invite him out on a trip. I want to go on a trip too, but I can't. I've been too busy working. It's all so unfair. All's fair in love and war, Ayu. The sooner you learn that, the better. You really are a child. Mina Tots. But I suppose I can't blame you. You are one of the youngest among us. I won't scold you for your poor conduct, but I will ask you to try and compose yourself. You're not behaving in a manner befitting a succubus. Yeah. I rolls her eyes. I try to behave, mother. See to it that you do. Now, Hiroki. Marina looks to me while smiling generally. Her lips are doubled in mate makeup. We have all heard what you think about this arrangement, but what of you? Are you interested in going to Astoria with Hifumi? Now that's quite a query. I'm interested in going away with Hifumi. I still have a bunch of work to do in Japan, and I wasn't all that long ago I went gallivanting off on holiday with my entourage of succubus babes. If I were any other employee, I bet my boss would balk at such a suggestion. I've been pretty pally with my boss lately, though thanks to my newfound relations with all these superstars. It's no secret in my office that I'm buddy with Wakatsuki Marina, the famous businesswoman. It's common knowledge that I stayed at a hot spring resort with her a while back, and she invited me along to a plush charity ball held by the social elite. I got my foot into a lot of doors thanks to Marina, and I had the chance to scoop out all sorts of fancy events I'd otherwise never be able to even dream of glimpsing, much less participating in. The sales of the Sakura Weekly have gone through the roof since my relationship with Marina began. My boss owes me much of a paper success to me, so he's been very lenient with my time off and my holidays. I've had a pretty big pay rise recently, and I'm even thinking about moving out of my cruddy apartment. Things are really looking up for me. I'm exceedingly fortunate. Though I do fear whenever I enter the office that my malcontent co-workers might band together and lynch me. They do even worse job of hiding their jealousy than Ayu does. Oh well. I've heard it said that all successful men wind up making enemies. It's part of the parcel of the whole fame and fortune thing. People get jealous, it's inevitable. I've been certain to make even more enemies if I go to Astoria with Hifumi, but it's too late to worry about that now. I could use a break from office politics, and I do want to spend time with Hifumi. Moreover, I've never been to Astoria before. I'm pretty curious about it, and I like to take some photos too. Well, if you go to Astoria, we need to go through a portal that you would go to if you go to Never Neverland or Never Everland, or, well, where Peter Pan is from. Actually, if you go by the story, he's not actually from there. He got there some other way. But, well. Maybe some of them could be used for articles in the Sakura Weekly. I get to relax, but also be doing a bit of work on the side. It's a great bargain. I feel pretty bad for Ayu. I know she's been angling to spend more time with me herself, but yeah, I think I will. If a female offering, I'd be rude to turn her down. I don't know if everything panned out just yet, but I'd like to go. I thought you might say that. You sound like a true gentleman. Gentleman, huh. Ayu snorts. Gentleman, my cute plush butt. I know what you're really after. You're so transparent. Why don't you go jump into an open fire? Okay, Ayu's obviously in a bad mood, so I ignore her. That's kind of tricky given how much space her voluminous pig does take up, but I do my best. Fortunately, Marina's next comment makes this a lot easier. Speaking of Astoria, I myself have been planning a trip there for the last several months. Oh yeah? I didn't know about that. Yes, indeed. I'm looking into opening a few shops in the country's capital, and I've been attending a number of online conferences to turn this into a reality. There's only so much I can do online, however. To cinch this deal, I will need to venture to Astoria in person. It is easier to move money while standing face to face with your investors. It inspires more confidence, and above all else, shows sincerity. Perhaps we could go to Astoria together, Hiroki. You and I and Hifumi too. That would be lovely. Hey, don't forget about me. I'm actually meant to go to Astoria too at the start of next month. You are? Yep, there's a tennis championship happening there that I just couldn't pass up. I've been entered into it since early June. I've been sweating buckets getting ready for practicing my swings and all. Okay, something is definitely suspicious now. I mean, sure, in my one getting added into it, that could be a fluke, but two getting added into it, there's spelling rigged all over it. I'm on pretty good form, or so my trainer reckons, and I should be able to smash it. But I do an even better job on the court, I'm sure, if you're there with me, Hiroki, to cheer me on. Doesn't that sound great? We can all go to Astoria together. Well, now isn't this a charming string of coincidences? Marina beams. I had no idea about your plans, Elsa, but I see no need why you should not travel with us. We're all friends, after all. I would be more than happy for you to join our entourage, although... Here Marina's expression darkens. If you cause any complications, Elsa, I will not hesitate to punish you. Am I making myself plain? Very. Hazel laughed awkwardly while toying with her hair. I still remember how crazy your punishment can be. I don't want to get on your bad side, so I behave, I promise. Good. See to it that you do, and nothing will go awry. Now, beaming a new Marina claps her manicured hands together. I'm quite looking forward to this trip. This should be a lot of fun. Yeah, I bet it will be. For you guys, at least. I'm so happy you all get to go and have fun with Hiroki while I be stuck in Japan getting ready for my upcoming tour. Must be nice having so much free time. You won't be free though. I got a tournament like I said, and Marina's doing some business deal or another. I know, I get it, I heard you. I doubt you'll be working, but it's not like you be busy all the time, right? Well, Ayu is actually one of the Succubus I like the least. I mean, she technically lying all the time and not even being true about her feelings even less. So, I don't like that. I mean, lying is a quality I can't stand. No matter what it is. I mean, if someone cheated on me, if I was in a relationship, I'd rather be that honest about it than trying to keep it a secret, because that would be the straw. If they're honest about it, the relationship might continue. But if they're lying about it, that's when the relationship ends. Yeah, and cheating on someone, that's when a relationship ends, to say the least. But only if they're lying to me about it. You have some time off, and when you do, you get cuddle up with Hiroki and whisper sweet nothings in his ear. You get to go on a date and eat sweets and watch the sunset at night. Ayu's expression twists, and angrily she clenches her hands at her front. Oh, it's not fair. I want in on the action too. Why do I always get left out? The universe must be playing some kind of mean joke on me. Was I born under an unlucky star? Most likely because those that are actually born under the stars are born under multiple of stars. Come on, there are every time there's one star in the sky, the next star comes up afterwards, and only the ones that is born when the one star is out. Well, I think it's highly unlikely that's an unlucky star. Why did things have to turn out like this? Let's end it off now because we got them the next picture. So that was all I have for Sakura Succubus 5 this time. Now, so hit like and share. See you next time. Bye bye.